Hey guys, what's up? It is Nathan here, and I'm doing a review because I haven't done a review recently, so I'm going to do a review, and this one is on the Nerf Pro Torrent, which I got. I have opinions. Stay tuned. So, the Torrent is an interesting blaster. It is a mag and grip, pump action, half dart pro blaster made by Nerf. And it's very interesting. I have opinions. I have a kind of a scattered opinion on this one because it's interesting. It's definitely cool, but it's also, there's some other issues. So, first off, it's pump action, and it hits about, from what I've seen from other reviewers chronographing, it hits about 140, between 140 and 150. So that's a pretty good for an off-the-shelf blaster. It's definitely something that is usable. In fact, it's more than usable. You know, it's on par with a lot of other pro blasters like the Nexus Pro and the Aeon Pro. And then it also has a stock attachment point, which is covered by this little faux stock thing. It's very short. I am 6'2", so I am not exactly, it doesn't work for me, but it definitely is something that is interesting, and it works well for, like, the compact kind of PDW kind of style. It actually gives me, the way that this blaster looks, kind of gives me, like, Alien Menace or Dart Tag vibes, which I think is actually really cool. The appearance of this blaster is not the thing I have a problem with. In fact, the blaster itself, for the most part, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I think that the blaster itself, it performs pretty well. The mag release is not in a great place, but the mag is it's a new mag. And speaking of mags, or the things that go in them, the darts are different from the Strife X. So this is, it works. And both the Torrent and the new Sender come with these darts. I'm not getting the Sender. I'm not buying the Sender right now. But the blaster doesn't have slam fire, so that's something that is kind of detracts from it. Especially considering that both the Aeon Pro X and the Talon, or the Nexus Pro X, have slam fire, which I'll get into that in my opinion. But the mag is it's angled Talon geometry, so you can use angled Talon mags in this blaster, which is cool. It makes finding more magazines way more, it's way more accessible, and it's very good when it comes to that. The grip is big because it has to have a Talon mag go through it, but, you know, I wear size large gloves, and, you know, it's big, but it's comfortable for older people, and since this is aimed for ages 14 and up, I mean, I think that's fine. There's not a lot of tacticalness. There is I think this is a rival style rail, so that's not terrible, and it also has the stock attachment point, which one of the first things I did was I put the Demolisher stock on it, and yeah, it long, but it actually was pretty comfortable for me. Because, again, I'm 6'2". I'm a tall boy. So the other thing to keep in mind, which a lot of other reviewers hadn't mentioned, is that there's a jam door I didn't actually know that until I got mine. No. I'm doing this one-handed because I don't have my tripod. But there's a jam door in there. So you can clear jams, which is actually really good because, jam doors are usually pretty good. And when you close it, it closes the jam door. So that's cool. It also, I don't believe it has an AR. So that's not good. And you can't stop that by putting your finger on the barrel. So that, or over the barrel. So that's kind of meh. But it's got a depriming lock. It's got a depriming button under right here. It's got a safety, it's a very decent blaster. It's also continued the trend of eyewear required on that the Strife X had. So it's an interesting blaster. Now, my opinion is kind of scattered on this one because I own a lot of really, really good blasters. I own a Lynx, I own a Nexus, I own an Aeon, I own a couple of Aeons. I own a lot of interesting blasters. I do not own a Strife X, because I didn't really care. I was interested, but I didn't really have any reason to buy one. But here's kind of the rub when it comes to, if you're specifically talking about a consumer grade, small, compact, 150 FPS blaster that delivers the hits, and you don't have to special order. Because this is going to be, I assume it's going to be on Walmart shelves. But you know what else is at Walmart shelves? The Aeon Pro X. And it's less money because this retails for, I believe, $30. The Aeon Pro X retails for $25. So, and it does perform better. So that's kind of interesting when it comes to discussing this blaster, because this blaster it's interesting and it's cool, but it also has some major detractors. Mainly just the fact that it's not as tactical, it's not as versatile, and it's also more expensive than the Aeon Pro X. I'm not saying that it's bad, because it isn't. It actually is really cool, and if you like, for example, the aesthetics of this, which I actually really like the aesthetics of this over the Aeon Pro X. But if you are specifically buying one for performance, the Aeon Pro X is better in pretty much every way, because it has a higher velocity out of the box, and it has way more stuff that you can attach to it. It has specific, the grip is, I think the grip is M4 compatible. You can make it hit a lot harder. It has an in-strike stock attachment point as well. It has Picatinny rails. Like, there's a lot of things about the Aeon Pro X that are way better, and it's also cheaper than this. But this is one of those blasters where it's a really good blaster. If you buy it, you won't necessarily be disappointed unless you're looking for, like, basically a half-dart Alpha Trooper, because this doesn't have slam fire. And also, it kind of fills a different niche than the Alpha Trooper, in my opinion. It's more, I think it's more like a, I don't know what it is. It's a pump action, angled talon, magging grip fed blaster without slam fire, and it hits about 140 FPS. Or 150, or something like that. So, yeah, if you want that, buy it. It retails for about $30, and I bought mine from Walmart.com, and it showed up today, so I'm very happy. I'm happy that I bought it, because it's a very interesting blaster. I'm also really excited to see what Nerf does with their Pro line in the future. Hopefully it's not just these three blasters, the Sender and the Strife X. I think that it's a really, really cool idea, and I really can't wait to see what they do, because this is a pretty, I mean, I would say it's a pretty decent deal, all things considered. I wish it came with more than one mag, like the Venom Pro, but, you know, that's pretty much par for the course with Nerf. But, you know, I think that this is a really cool blaster. I just think that it could have been better. So, with that being said, I would like to thank you all very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye.